Televisa presenta.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Naila Guadalupe. Today we have Felipe Matus and Betzabel Toledo Ulloa. As quiz, we will talk about how the coronavirus influences their life. Hi, quiz. How have you been?
Hi Gus, how have you been? As far as possible. I find thank you here a little stressed, but I've been is normal.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honestly, I'm not quite well. I sit and that causes my stress and sadness, but from there every time is super good.
I'm very happy. Today are doing well because we have going through a very difficult stage that is the pandemic due the COVID-19. But tell me how has this affected you?
Will more than anything in my case, the pandemic has affected me in a very stressful way. Just like this that we used to. No, we can't. Like I used go for a room and nothing can be done.
Well, for my part, I affecting my cycle since I don't usually train like I trained in school, nor do I like with my friends. I just spend my time looking up doing homework and that makes my action.
How did the pandemic affect your university studies?
Will more time and the pandemic affect me in a very big way because I used to stay inside the institutions to study and take the courses that were down during the pandemic under my academic level since I don't feel prepared to return to face class because strong platform you don't learn the same way in time before the pandemic. We all get inside a small room to take chest course, but since with the COVID-19 started, it is no longer possible to learn there, and I cannot may get to be the started student in the room on be on one of the climates.
It affecting my 50%. The online class might it difficult for me to understand the teacher because there are always interruptions at home or other commitments. I affect me in not having communication with friends in the understanding of the class submitting the teacher. Do not they answer our question or we cannot connect to a lack of internet, but since there are bad things, I have also been able to cope with my studies and for now everything is going well for me.
During this time we taped ourselves of doing many things and of going out how to use it too. used to before for example, what did you like to before the pandemic say show couldn't do during it?
Well, I used to do a lot of things like going to room to a soccer field that was next to a graveyard, and just like to play basketball since that is the largest field in town. I just like to go running on the road to the streets for school a big. I used to go with my friends for a walk or visit my friends for another town. And well, more than the pandemic, I deprived myself of doing what I liked the most, which was going to play every Sunday basketball to different size. That was a good distraction for me.
As I told you before, I used to train after the school. I really like softball, and I was my favorite hobby, but now with the pandemic, the coach canceled training for our safety, but not going on, no train affecting my health since I will have my anxiety, anger, and a lot of stress because I can't go out or do anything outside the home, even in commerce. I also affects me there is little sale in academic learning and many areas of life I chance is drastic.
Wow, how did they supply this activity?
Well, more than any my case, I did know how it we were going to practice book with more care and as long as using sanitary measures. This is now common since I greatly affected us book. We continued with our practice and we die because we like to go. We played basketball, but we only played in our town on with our friends. When it changed a lot, it what was enjoy of my friends. We no longer do that, and it is stressful to be locked out for a long time.
I usually watch a lot of movies during now with the pandemic. I make my craft bags and post them on Facebook to sell them online or action them. I amuse myself by watching funny videos and even at this time I learning how to make desserts with the help of YouTube and usually go to see my grandmother and she makes mechanic blanket with her. There are days that it can fit what to do. I fall asleep or exercise. I try to take care of many things so that I don't have a heart dirty or my that
The coronavirus affected many families, both economically, psychologically, and physically, and sadly many lost a loved one. Did any of you go through the situation?
In this case, thanks to God, it didn't affect me in any way, in the way that it affected me the most was economical. That is, my cast parents have a grandcousin, and that is where they noticed it a little bit about all it does not grow older, but yes, I my people who went through those casts, and I felt sad to how that your friends are going through it.
I actually went through a fountain first of all it was that have in that virus it or me alone. I actually went through all of them first of all it was letting my dad home in that virus in or me allowed to see him in that situation. Later on, my mother was no longer selling airbags in the market. We had expenses and on which folk the internet, the medicines from my dad over there because of so much concern I started which frankly adages I had to apologize my mom looking for a hope. A few months after that we were already with heading of those problems. My grandmother died of COVID. I was sent for the grandchildren. My grandmother was one of my best friends, always support me in everything. Even if they have me to ask for a wish and goal as that this virus and never arrived and more than a year has passed and I continue to see many people dying, suffering, others living with hope. Many tragedies, I whose hope that these comments to have end our lives are very.
A hundred and play this state of life of thought was and market was worldwide for you what has been your grad learning through this pandemic.
Will the truth is that my Greg's learning is that this is not gain. We can be infected. Is it is better to take care of ourselves since this will have helping people.
I have learning day with my family. I was usually always away from home and school, visiting training of the home of my friends and no time is every, everyone's turn to be at home. I learning and go to canon will the lives of my sister to play with them. Talabo was the weird thing. I learning to value my parents. I all the effort they make for us. I have even learning to cook and can expand me taught me to value my circle family more and enjoy them every morning. Because I don't know what day I will not be with them like what happened to me, my grandmother.
The coronavirus has also taught us that you can live with much less, with a lot less. That is with you have the know how the priority, the urgent thing is the work. The important everything is hard and the family and friends. I was very happy to talk with you. Keep taking care of your friend and be happy. Let's wait for how all this happen to the everything you used to the before.